Welcome to part 11.
Tonga soa amin'ny tapany faraiky ambin'ny folo.
Today we want to talk about the prophets.
Ny horesantsika androany dia momba ny mpaminany.
We won't necessarily take them in the order that the historical order.
Tsy horesantsika araky ny filaharany ara-tantara zany ireo mpaminany ireo.
But we'll take them in certain groups.
Fa ataontsika amin'ny grupy.
The first one we'll talk about, we sometimes call the major prophets.
Ny mpaminany horesantsika voalohany, grupy voalohany zany dia ireo izay ataontsika hoe mpaminany fototra.
The major prophets are Isaiah and Jeremiah and Ezekiel and Daniel.
Ireo mpaminany ireo dia Isaia, Jeremia, Daniel ary Isaia ary Ezekiel.
The first one of that group to write is Isaiah.
Isaia no nanoratra voalohany tamin'ireto group voalohany ireto.
But the whole 66 chapters of Isaiah was not written at the same time.
Ireo toko enina amby enimpolo ao amin'ny bokin'ny Isaia ireo dia tsy voasoratra indray miaraka akory.
In fact, we now know that the book of Isaiah was not written by just one prophet.
En effet, ankehitriny dia fantatritsika fa ireo boky eo amin'ny Isaia ireo tsy mpanoratra iray ihany akory no nanoratra azy.
We now suspect that there were 3 different writers.
Fa mpanoratra anankitelo samihafa.
The first writer was a man named Isaiah of Jerusalem.
Ny lehilahy voalohany nanoratra ny Isaia dia ny atany voalohany amin'ny Isaia dia Isaia avy any Jerusalem.
He prophesied during the Assyrian kingdom.
Izy dia naminany nandritry ny fanjakan'ny Assyrianina.
And he wrote chapters 1 through 39.
Ary izy dia nanoratra ny Isaia toko voalohany ka hatramin'ny Isaia 7:30.
So most of his prophecies are warnings about the Assyrians.
Ka ny akamaroan'ny faminaniny dia momba ny Assyrianina.
And it will be over 100 years before the second section of Isaiah is written.
Ary taona 100 aty aoriana vao voasoratra ny tapany faharoa amin'ny Isaia.
That section is called Second Isaiah.
Izay tapany faharoa izay dia atsontsika hoe Isaia faharoa.
And Second Isaiah is chapters 40 through 56.
Ary ny tapany faharoa amin'ny Isaia io dia toko faha-efapolo ka hatramin'ny 56 enina amby dimapolo.
Second Isaiah is writing during the Babylonian period.
Ny Isaia faharoa dia voasoratra nandritra ny periodin'ny Babiloniana.
He talks about the invasion of Nebuchadnezzar.
Miresaka momba ny invasion Nebukadnezar izy.
And he talks
Tafiky
about the exile to Babylon from the Israelites.
Ary miresaka ny fahababon'ny Israely ihany koa.
And it will be Second Isaiah who gives us so many of the great prophecies that are used in the New Testament.
Ary ny Isaia faharoa no tena manome ny ankabetsahan'ny faminaniana izay hita amintsika ao amin'ny testamenta vaovao.
And then the third section, third Isaiah, is chapters 57 through 66.
Ny Isaia fahatelo indray dia ny Isaia toko fa-7:50 ka hatramin'ny toko enimpolo 66. Enina amby enimpolo azafady fa tsy enimpolo.
And third Isaiah is the one who gets to see the going home, the return from exile.
Ary io Isaia fahatelo io no ahitantsika ny ireo Israely miverina avy amin'ny fahababona miverina any Jerusalem.
Those 3 put together are one of the greatest books of the ancient world.
Ireo boky telo reo mitambatra no manome anisan'ny boky lehibe indrindra amin'ny tantara taloha.
And it describes a period of almost 250 years of Israel's history.
Ary mitantara ny tantaran'ny Israely, ny tantaran'ny Israely nandritran'izay 250 ans zay.
So a lot of people want to think that there was only one Isaiah, but he would have had to have been very, very old.
Ny ankamaroan'ny olona dia mieritreritra fa olona iray ihany no nanoratra ny bokin'i Isaia, fa raha izay ny marina dia lasa Isaia io zany tena antitra be mihitsiny.
And the prophecies that the early church took to refer to Jesus, he was using it to describe the nation of Israel.
Ny faminaniana izay ny faminaniana hita ao amin'ny Isaia dia faminaniana momba ny Israely, fa niraisina ihany koa faminaniana momba ny fiainan'i Jesosy.
Second Isaiah talks about a suffering servant.
Ohatra zao amin'ny Isaia faharoa miresaka momba ilay mpanompo mijaly.
And the early church said, hey, this is describing Jesus.
Ary ny fiangonana vaovao taty aoriana ny teny hoe io faminaniana io dia manambara momba ny Jesosy.
And it is a great description of Jesus' life and ministry.
Ary tena midekirira tsara ny fiainan'i Jesosy sy ny ministeran'i Jesosy lay izy.
But that's not who Isaiah was talking about.
Kanefany tsy izay mihitsy no resahany Isaia.
When second Isaiah was writing, he was talking about the nation of Israel.
Tamin'ny Isaia faharoa nanoratran'izy io dia resaka momba ny tantaran'i Israely izy.
The nation of Israel had suffered.
Ny firenen'i Israely dia mijaly.
And the nation of Israel would return again.
Ary ny firenen'i Israely dia hiverina indray.
And that's what happened.
Ary izay indrindra no nitranga.
King Cyrus released the Jews, the Hebrews, to go back to Israel.
Navotitry mpanjaka Siriusy ny Israely ary navelany hiverina any an-tanànany.
And Israel prospered once again.
Ary Israely dia niromborombo indray.
The second of the great prophets, or the major prophets, is Jeremiah.
I Jeremia zany no mpaminany anisan'ny lehibe indrindra ihany koa.
And let's be clear, the reason they're called major prophets is not because of their importance, it's because they were long books.
Azavaina ty am-piandohana fa matoa izy ireo ny antsoina hoe mpaminany lehibe, dia tsy hoe satria no ny asa izay vitany na izy no important, fa satria ny boky nosoratan'ireo mpaminany ireo no lava indrindra.
Because the short book of Amos is just as important as the long book of Ezekiel.
Ny bokin'ny Amosa izay kely dia kely indrindra dia manandanja lehibe indrindra koa tahaka ny ireto boky mpaminany efatra lehibe reto ihany koa.
So Jeremiah begins writing during the kingship of Josiah.
Ka Jeremia zany dia nanomboka naminany tamin'ny fanjakany Josea.
We talked about him when we were talking about the books of the Kings and Chronicles.
Efa niresantsika momba ny mpanjaka Josea tamin'ny niresaka momba ny bokin'ny mpanjaka isika sy ny toriteny.
That young Josiah, the king, had started a reform in Israel, Judah.
I Josiah mpanjaka Josea dia nanomboka reformation teo amin'ny nation any Juda.
And the prophet Jeremiah was a witness to that reform and even supported that reform.
Ary Jeremia mpaminany dia anisan'ny vavolombelona ny amin'izany reformation nitranga izany.
But King Josiah will die in battle.
Fa i Josia mpaminany dia i Josia mpanjaka dia ho faty am-piadiana.
And he was probably the last of the great kings.
Ary izy angamba no anisan'ny mpanjaka lehibe indrindra
And
izay maty.
within a generation, King Nebuchadnezzar will invade Judah.
I mpanjaka Nebukadnezara no andeha indray hanafika ny Joda.
And Jeremiah will be a witness to that too.
Jeremia mpaminany koa dia anisan'ny vavolombelona ny amin'izany.
And he will try to get the kings to not resist Nebuchadnezzar.
Ary niezaka Jeremia mpaminany mananatra an'ireo mpanjaka ireo tsy ireziste tsy hanohitra any mpanjaka Nebukadnezara.
But the kingdom of Judah was too arrogant.
Fa matikambo loatra ny firenen'i Joda.
And they felt like because they had the temple in Jerusalem that God would protect them.
Ary satria koa zareo nieritreritra fa ao aminy misy ny tempoly dia midika izay fa Andriamanitra dia hiaro azy sy hiaro azy zany.
And there's a section called the Temple Sermon in the book of Jeremiah.
Ary eo amin'ny bokin'i Jeremia misy party tokoray izay manambara ny amin'ny tempoly talks about ny toritenin'ny sermon of
The Temple Sermon.
the temple sermon.
Yep.
Toritenin'ny momba an'ilay tempoly.
And in the Temple Sermon, Jeremiah describes that just because you have a building doesn't mean that you're going to be safe.
Ary Jeremia mpaminany dia niteny hoe sanatria nareo izy manana tempoly dia mieritreritra nareo fa ho voaro.
That the
Sans
enemy will
sécurité.
still come.
Fa ny fahavalo izy mbola ho avy hanafika nareo.
And the people thought that he was a traitor.
Dia ny olona nieritreritra ny vahoaka nieritreritra fa traître i mpamadika i Jeremia.
The false prophets put Jeremiah in prison.
Ka ireto ka ny mpaminany sandoka dia lasa napiditra an Jeremia any am-ponja.
And finally, when Nebuchadnezzar did invade, Jeremiah was proven correct.
Ary taty aoriana rehefa nanafika mpanjaka Nebukadnezara dia eo vao tena hitany hoe marina ny faminaniny Jeremia.
The temple that they thought would protect them was destroyed.
Ilay tempoly izay nieritreretiny hiaro azy dia rava tanteraka.
The walls of the city were knocked down.
Ny rindriny ny tanàna dia rava tanteraka ihany koa.
And eventually, the people were taken away to exile.
Ary ny vahoaka dia ny vahoaka zany lasa nandeha nentina ho babo zany baboana.
But Jeremiah was not taken to Babylon.
Fa Jeremia tsy anisan'ireo izay nentina tany voababo tany Babylone.
Instead, a group of people who were trying to escape kidnapped Jeremiah and took him to Egypt.
Reo olona izay niezaka nitsoaka ny fahababoana dia nikidnape nangalatra ny nakankeriny an Jeremia ary nitondra an Jeremia ho any Egypta.
Jeremiah is one of the most personal of all the prophets.
Jeremia no anisan'ny mpaminany izay tena personnel amin'ny mpaminany rehetra.
He doesn't always tell good things about himself.
Tsy manambara zavatra tsara momba ny tenany foana i Jeremia.
He talks about his own weaknesses.
Manambara ny fahalemeny izy,
He talks about his own anger.
ny fahatezerany.
And sometimes God answers him and sometimes God doesn't.
Ary indraindray Andriamanitra mamaly izany, indraindray Andriamanitra tsy mamaly.
And this is the great thing about not only Jeremiah, but about all of the Hebrew writings.
Ary izay ny zavatra anisan'ny tsara ihany koa amin'ny soratra Hebreo.
They describe when they have lost their faith.
Dekrira ny fotoana ary ny vanim-potoana rehefa ohatra ka very ny finoany.
They tell when they have walked away from the teachings of God.
Ambarany ihany koa rehefa mivoana amin'ny lalana izay nisoritan'Andriamanitra.
And that's the great thing about their writings, is that they show us that they are very human.
Ary izay koa manisan'ny mahatsara ny soratra Hebreo satria manambara ny what is it?
That they show us that they are very human.
Fa mampiseho ny tena maha-olombelona azy.
And even though they make great mistakes, God always welcomes them home.
Ary na dia manao fahadisoana ibetsaka ary izy ireo, Andriamanitra dia mi-accueillir sy mandray azy ireo hatrany.
The prophet Hosea will talk about the same things.
Mpaminany Hosea koa dia milaza zavatra mitovy amin'izay ihany koa.
And even though Hosea is not one of the 4 major prophets, he is extremely important.
Na dia tsy anisan'ny mpaminany lehibe, izay ataontsika hoe mpaminany lehibe aza i Hosea, dia mbola important zava-dehibe ihany koa ny bokin'ny Hosea sy ny zava-bitany.
Because that is Hosea's entire message, is even when we walk away, God brings us back home.
Satria ny hafatra i lehibe sy goavana indrindra omeny Hosea dia hoe na dia mivoana sy miala amin'Andriamanitra tanteraka aza isika, dia even though we walk away from the faith, God always
Brings us home.
dia Andriamanitra dia mitondra antsika miverina amin'ny foana.
The prophet Ezekiel was also covering a long period of time.
Ny mpaminany Ezekiela ihany koa dia kovrira fe-potoana lavabe.
But he saw the end of the Assyrians and the coming of the Babylonians.
Izy dia nahita ny fahafaran'ny fanjakana Assyriana sy ny fahatongavan'ny fanjakana Babiloniana.
And there were many great prophets during that period when it moves from the Assyrians to the Babylonians.
Ary betsaka ny mpaminany tamin'izay fe-potoana izay hoe ny fahataperan'ny fanjakana Assyriana sy fanomboan'ny fahatongavan'ny fanjakana Babiloniana.
The prophet Habakkuk talks about that transition in the very first chapter.
Mpaminany Habakoka dia manambara ny transition izay niseho amin'ny chapitre voalohany indrindra amin'ny bokin'ny Habakoka.
Because in chapter 1, Habakkuk is praying to God, please deliver us from the Assyrians.
Satria eo amin'ny toko voalohany amin'ny bokin'ny Habakoka dia mivavaka Habakoka hoe vonjeo izay amin'ny tanan'ny Assyriana.
And God answers, I will deliver you from the Assyrians, but I will bring the Chaldeans, the Babylonians, to do it.
Dia Andriamanitra namaly hoe ye ho avotako nareo ary amin'ny alalan'ny Kaldeana na ny Babiloniana no azahoanareo fanavotana.
And he says that the Babylonians are much worse than the Assyrians.
Ary manambara ihany koa i Habakoka fa ny Babiloniana dia mbola pira noho ny Assyriana.
And so Habakkuk finishes his short book with great trust in the future of the Hebrews, because God is in control.
Fiafaran'ny bokin'ny Habakoka mpaminany dia manambara ny finoany an'Andriamanitra fa i Andriamanitra dia hamonjy azy ireo.
And Habakkuk ends with, it's only 3 chapters, but Habakkuk ends, the last chapter is a psalm.
Habakoka, ny bokin'ny Habakoka dia chapitre 3 ihany, toko 3 ihany, ary ny chapitre farany de miafara amin'ny salamo.
And that psalm has this wonderful line in it that says, even if the fig tree doesn't blossom, and even if there's no grapes on the vine, we will still trust in God.
Ary ny salamo zay tena hita ny fiafaran'ny salamo amin'ny abakoka de anisan'ny malaza de le hoe na de tsy hamontana aza ny na de tsy hamontana aza ny aviavy ary na de tsy haniry ary ny voaloboka de mbola hatoky an'Andriamanitra izahay. Version hafa moa zay fa tsy de tena ohatr'izay ny fandehany fa ohatrohatr'izay zany ny hevitra hoe na de tsy hamontana ary ny aviavy sy tsy hamokatra ary ny voaloboka de mbola ino an'Andriamanitra ihany zay.
And the fourth of the major prophets is actually one of the last books written, and that's the prophet Daniel.
Ny bokin'ny Daniel no voasoratra farany amin'ity groupe voalohany atsontsika ty hoe mpaminany lehibe.
The story of Daniel is told during the reign of Nebuchadnezzar.
Ny bokin'ny Daniel de nisoratana nandritry ny fanjakan'ny kingdom of
Nebuchadnezzar.
Fanjakan'ny Nebuchadnezzar.
But actually Daniel is writing only in 156 BC.
Tena marina de Daniel nanoratra tamin'ny taona 156 avant Jésus-Christ.
So why was he writing about Nebuchadnezzar when he was actually writing 400 years after Nebuchadnezzar?
Ka nahoana fanontaniana mipetraka zany de hoe nahoana i Daniel no nanoratra momba ny Nebuchadnezzar mpanjaka 400 ans après any fanjakan'ny Nebuchadnezzar.
He's actually describing a situation during what's known as the Greek period.
Ny zavatra soratany zany de ny momba ny periodin'ny Grek.
Alexander the Great had conquered all of that known world in 330 BC.
Tamin'ny taona 330 avant Jésus-Christ de can you repeat that? What happened in 330?
Alexander the Great conquered that region of the world.
Alexandre le Grand de nahazo nanjaka ny io région ray manontolo reo zany.
And when he died, his generals carved up his empire and they all took sections of it.
Ary rehefa maty Alexandre le Grand de ny généralany nizarazara an'ireo firenena ireo zany.
So in the region of Israel, it was under a group of kings known as the Antiochenes.
Ka ny région any Israel zany de Antiochenes no lasa nanjaka an'io région Israel iny.
Because they were the descendants of Alexander's general named Antiochus.
Satria avy amin'ny génération sy avy amin'ny génération mpanjaka Antiochus zany ile izy de natsona hoe fanjakan'ny Antiochus.
The city known as Antioch is named after that general.
Ny tanàna izay antsonina hoe Antioka de avy amin'io anaran'ny général io no nazahoana azy.
So during Daniel's time, there was a king called Antiochus IV.
Ka tamin'ny fotoanan'ny Daniel de nisy mpanjaka izay atao hoe Antioka le 4.
In fact, he called himself Antiochus Epiphanes.
En effet, ny antsony tena ilay mpanjaka hoe Antioka Epiphanie.
And that means Antiochus, the revelation of God.
Ary midika izay hoe Antiochus Antioka izay manambara an'Andriamanitra.
So Antiochus IV was saying that he was God in the flesh.
Ka Antioka le 4 io zany de nieritra ny tenany hoe izy no révélation an'Andriamanitra, is the revelation of God.
He did his best to humiliate the Jewish religion.
Niezaka mafy de mafy izy anala-baraka ny finoana jiosy.
Now, remember, for the Hebrews, pigs are unclean.
Fampatsiahivana fa amin'ny jiosy de ny kisoa de maloto.
So Antiochus decided to show his hate for the Jews when he sacrificed pigs on the altar in the temple in Jerusalem.
Ka ito Antioka mpanjaka ity mba anehoany ny fankahalany amin'ny firenena jiosy de nanao fanatitra ambonin'ny altara, fanatitra kisoa no nataony.
This was the second temple.
Tempoly resahantsika ity de tempoly faharoa, tsy le tempoly voalohany intsony akory.
Remember, the first temple was built by Solomon, the second was built by Ezra.
Ny tempoly fampatsiahivana fa ny tempoly voalohany de i Solomon no nanao azy, ary ny tempoly faharoa de Ezra Ezra no nanao ny tempoly faharoa.
And when Antiochus sacrificed these pigs in the temple, they called it the abomination of desolation.
What is abomination of desolation?
Abomination means something absolutely horrible against religion.
And
it's
repeat the whole
destructive.
thing again.
And so when Antiochus IV sacrificed the pigs in the temple, they called it the abomination of desolation.
Ka rehefa nanao ny fanatitra i mpanjaka Antioka, nanao fanatitra kisoa eo amin'ny tempoly i mpanjaka Antioka io, de io ny période izay antsontsika hoe abomination de désolation. Tsy haiko moa le izy amin'ny teny gasy fa ohatrany hoe loza tena fahotana goavana be. Abomination zany, abomination de désolation, zay le période letsona an'le izy.
And that's a phrase that even Jesus will use again in the Gospels.
Ary na Jesosy koa aza de mampiasa izay terme izay ihany koa any amin'ny testamenta vaovao.
So the book of Daniel is wanting to talk about that, but Daniel must be careful not to get that king against him.
Ka i Daniel zany de anoratra momba izay abomination de désolation zay, kanefany ilaina mitandrina ihany koa izy, te hitandrina ihany koa izy, tsy ho takatr'ilay mpanjaka Antioka ny zavatra soratany hoe momba an'izay zavatra ataon'ilay mpanjaka zay.
So he wants to talk about this king, but instead he talks about Nebuchadnezzar.
Ka te hiresaka momba ity mpanjaka ity zany, fa noho ny fahatahorana na noho ny mba ho fitandremana zany de lasa nanoratra, ohatrany hoe nanoratra momba ny décrire-ny mpanjaka Nebukadnezara izy.
Because Nebuchadnezzar has been dead for over 400 years.
Satria Nebukadnezara efa maty depuis 400, how many years?
400?
400 ans.
So the Babylonians aren't even in power anymore.
Ary ny Babylonianina aza de efa tsy eo amin'ny pouvoir intsony ary tamin'izany.
So he's going to talk about the Greeks, but he's using the Babylonians as his models.
Ka iresaka izy zany anoratra momba ny Grika, fa ampiasainy ny modèle babyloniana ahafahany manao an'izay.
So the book of Daniel is describing all the things that are happening before the Romans arrive.
Ka ny zavatra rehetra izay soratan'i Daniel zany dia nanoratra ny zavatra nitranga nandritran'izay fotoana rehetra izay alohany nahatongava ny fanjakana Romanina.
And so Daniel is actually the last book of the Old Testament written.
Ka i Daniel zany no boky farany voasoratra amin'ny amin'ireo boky testamenta taloha.
But there were many other shorter books of the prophets written.
Misy ihany koa boky maromaro izay fohy kokoa zany fa tsy lava be ny toko ao anatiny.
We've already mentioned some of them.
Rehefa nilazaintsika teo ny sasany amin'izy ireny.
Probably the first of those prophets, of all the prophets, was Amos.
Ny mpaminany voalohany indrindra amin'ireo mpanahy rehetra ireo dia ny mpaminany Amos.
He's talking about the coming of the Assyrians.
Izy dia miresaka momba ny fahatongavan'ny Assyrianina.
And the destruction of the kingdom of Israel, the north kingdom.
Ary ny faharavan'ny firenena Israely du côté nord.
During that same time, there will be prophets like Micah and Hosea.
Eo koa ny mpaminany Mika sy Hosea.
And they will also be prophesying about the end of the north kingdom and the coming of the Assyrians and the way God wants to bring the people back to him.
Ka izy ireo ihany koa dia miresaka momba ny fandravan'ny fanjakana Israely avy any amin'ny nord dia ny the destruction of the Israelites in the north and ny fahatongavan'ny Assyrianina ary one more thing. The
destruction of the north kingdom, the coming of the Assyrians, and God wanting to draw them back.
Ary Andriamanitra izay te hitondra anjareo hiverina aminy.
And in all of those books, especially in Amos, the prophets say God wants you to be faithful and also to treat people with justice.
Ka amin'ireo boky ireo zany ny tena hevitra tena voaka dia ny hoe Andriamanitra dia tia anareo ho mpanompo matoky sy koa ho tia ny fahamarinana sy handeha amin'ny fahamarinana.
And some of those books will be kind of like Daniel, that they will describe an earlier time to talk about what's going on in their present time.
Dia ny fomba fanoratra zareo ihany koa dia ohatran'ny misy itovizana amin'ny bokin'ny Daniel ihany koa.
For example, when Ezra and Nehemiah go back to Jerusalem, they start saying that people should not be married with non-Jews, non-Hebrews.
Ohatra zao ny hoe rehefa ohatra zao dia ny hoe tsy tokony anambady amin'ny olona izay tsy avy amin'ny izay tsy Jews zany, tsy tokony manambady avy amin'ny firenena hafa.
And remember that in our Bible we have two books, Ezra and Nehemiah.
Amin'ny Baibolitsika dia fampatsiahivana fotsiny zany hoe amin'ny Baibolitsika dia misy boky roa hoe Ezra sy Nehemi.
But in the Hebrew Bible, it's only one book.
Fa amin'ny Baiboly Hebreo boky iray ihany reo.
And so Ezra is trying to make sure that the Hebrews do not mix with other people.
Ka Ezra zany dia niafatrany dia miasure izy fa tsy tokony hifangaroaro mihitsy ny Israely.
In fact, he says, if you married a woman in Babylon who was a Babylonian, send her home.
En effet izy ny teny fa raha ohatra ka nanambady vehivavy babiloniana ny Israely zany de alefaso miverina mody any babiloniana ilay vehivavy babiloniana.
And Ezra starts the editing of even the first 5 books of the Bible.
Ary Ezra no anisan'ny nanao ny édition ny boky 5 voalohany amin'ny testamenta taloha.
And he really focuses on the laws about mixing things together.
Ary ny point de focus zany de ny zay zavatra fangaroaroan'ny sakafo na ny resaka fifangaroarona io zany tena point de focus.
He says you can't mix 2 types of grain beside each other in fields.
Ohatra zao tsy afaka atao mifangaro ny grain samihafa rehefa mamboly.
He says you can't mix 2 types of cloth in a garment.
Eo ihany koa ny hoe tsy tokony ampifangaroarona ny type de tissu amin'ny fanamboarana akanjo na fitafy. Tsy afaka mifangaro ohatra zany ny coton sy ny karazana fomba fanaovana akanjo hafa ihany koa.
You can't even have dairy and meat on the same plate.
Tsy afaka atao amin'ny vilia iray ihany koa ny produit laitier sy ny hena.
And they also start talking about the food that is clean and animals that are clean and others that are not clean.
De miresaka ihany koa izy ny momba ny biby izay madio de ny biby izay maloto.
Ezra is not talking about animals and food. He's talking about people.
Ezra koa de tsy miresaka momba ny hoe ny biby maloto sy ny biby madio fa ny tiany resahany de ny momba ny olona.
What he's really saying is people should not mix.
Ny tena tiany ambara sy lazainy de ny hoe ny olona tsy tokony ifangaroaro.
And so there were 2 other books who did not agree with Ezra.
Misy boky anankiroa izay tsy